Hey there, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of my Spaceblock series. I'm Icon, and today we're going to commence the production of Blue Science, and I'm also going to bring up the laboratory complex itself. So, what we're going to do today is building wise a lot less complicated than what we did before in the last couple of episodes, but nevertheless, it's going to be of a massive importance for the long term progress of my save file, I could also say. So we're now first bringing the sulfur over to the actual production side because we have to, and I'll just meld the sulfur together with the engines onto one belt because I do like to do so. There we go. And now we got all the necessary ingredients together, and well, we're going to produce the signs where... Let's produce this up here. Why not? Let's use this spot. Oh, wait a second, one second. Just in synchronicity with what we got here, because it just looks better. So 5, 10, 15, 16. There we go. Let's reconnect that whole shenanigans with power again. And wait a sec, this is way too narrow to its neighbors. So we're going to need something like that. Is that going to be enough? Just so slightly, I think. But that's gonna be okay for me. I don't need no super shiny and neat designs. Alright, here we go. So let's see, this should be enough to whip through belts through here. Wonderful. Okay. Now, let's connect it all with power again and pick up a couple of extra belts. I also fixed the little things in between the last episode and this one, so we got now the correct amount of bonuses here. Everything here is now red belted. I was a little bit in a hurry at the end of the last episode before I just decided to finish it in the next one. Probably should have done that directly, but hindsight. Okay, I'm also running out of inserters. Who would have thought? Surprise! This playthrough is so extremely inserter heavy, it's insane. So power consumption is not as high as I thought it would be, but let's wait until we are truly sciencing. Really excited to see this whole thing in action today. So, preparing the laboratories too. So, my inventory is full. Delightful. It's a good sign. Let's get rid of a couple of things then. There we go. Oh yeah, empty barrels. Good stuff. It's exactly the kind of stuff you want to have in your inventory at all times. Very important. Okay, now we got this. Now we have to put up a inserter grid. Let's do it like that. I want to have a nice spacing between them, and let's do the output all together at once. Could have done that in the last episode already too. Oh, yeah, well, whatever. That last one won't be working as intended, but we'll get there. Alright. So, let's see. We won't be getting it done with large power poles anyways, so under these circumstances, might as well go with the small ones. Okay. Blue science, my friends. Blue science. It's finally happening. Been a friggin' long way to get there, but... that's just how good things are. They take time. Okay. Now we got the necessary output for sciencing. And... well... for now... where do we put up the laboratories for now? I'm very inclined to just put them online here. Yeah, let's probably do this. Just put down 10 of them for now. Because this is not by no means going to be my final solution for the laboratory issue. We're running for now 30 of them. Because I feel like 30 is a pretty good number for 60 science per second. Per minute. 60 science per second would be a lot of a much bigger deal here. Now we're just going to let them provide for each other like that. Simple setup should do the trick. It ain't perfect, I know. There's supply and distribution shortage, but I wanted to have something compact here. I really didn't want to have something which needs a lot of room. There we go. We are capable of doing blue science. That's so awesome. So the first thing that we're going to research here is going to be the advanced oil processing. Look at them go. For great science, friends. We are also sciencing at a pretty nice speed now. Okay, so now that all of this is going into full pressure, let's see how everything's working out. I'll keep researching now and analyzing the array for any possible shortcomings or problems that might arise here. So that dude is... well, he doesn't get the necessary petrol to keep going, as it seems, but it should be okay, because we are, as a matter of fact, even overproducing, so it ain't that problematic. We don't need the input machine here anymore. It was just necessary to kickstart the procedure. Once the duplication process is running, it's not necessary anymore. So, advanced oil processing, my good old menace. Next thing we're going to research right away there is lubricant, because lubricant and advanced oil processing go hand in hand. You can't have the one without the other. At least that's what I'd say. And yeah, man, such a wonderful moment in time. So the future of this factory is now going to be a little bit more complicated, because we have a lot of obsolete and redundant things here going on. So, for example, I will be able to just unplug this whole science array here completely. And because this is going to be pretty much of a big deal, I'll also bring up places like these where we're just going to get to destroy everything. So, you know, that's what your ammunition is for. We're going to create ourselves some extra ammo. And probably a real submachine gun to get the job done. Alright, so laser technology. No, the electric engine is the next one we need. I'm just going through the usual suspects when you reach that level. And yeah, it's going to be a big thing now. We can free up so much of our factory space now, but most of that will be done behind the scenes, don't you worry. I'm not going to run around now for the rest of the episode rambling and reconstructing my base. I just wanted to demonstrate that how we're going to do this. So there's a lot of raw material, and I'm pretty willing to completely gun it down, you know. I don't feel ashamed about that. This is what you should do with resources you don't want anymore. Probably not, but not steel chests, but you get the idea. So we're going to need a lot of reconstruction here, and most importantly, many of these areas here will not be working as they do right now. So my favorite example here is the landfill array, because this is just a steaming hot mess right now. We don't need it like that, but I still have it running like that. Here goes advanced electronics, unlocking the next science pack. So this will need 300 science packs, and this is going to be exactly what I had in mind to put a good stress test on this whole thing. But what we're also going to do now is revisit our landfill production. So let's see. We can now bring this up with a lot better, with lots of better machines, and therefore I want to create a quick array here in between the sciencing stuff. That was my plan for the other half of the episode today, because, you know, we really have to amp up our production there. And it's not even a too small array, but it's going to provide 1 landfill per second, and that's going to be way more than we've ever had. Very interesting so far. We get 13 and 7. Okay. So I really enjoy how everything's working out with this factory so far, because we do have tackled the basic challenges of Spaceblock without making anything redundant, boring, or whatever, you know. So what I do realize, though, it seems as if we don't have enough production there for the satisfaction for 30 factories, 30 laboratories, but maybe I keep just sciencing too hard before they are all fed up. Hard to tell. So, landfill. Where will we produce landfill, though? It is not a small little array that we are devising here. We're going to need pretty large smelter arrays again, but at the same time, it's going to free us from a lot of problems here. So let's see how my power consumption is with the science array running. Yeah, okay. 40 megawatt. That's okay. Alright. I just realized where I'm going to put the landfill array then. We're going to put it into the vicinity of the power production. Below there. It's going to be totally okay. Alright, now we got all we need. Let's get going then. I'll be starting here and building into the other direction. Okay. So, let's do this. Okay. Things are growing more and more into a second nature for me. Before this is over, I'm going to be missing, or I'm going to try to replicate everything. I mean, it is a pretty cool mechanic that this mod uses there, because it makes everything a lot more exciting in a way. So for once, I'm going to design the entire thing here. And now we just need to go down there. And forget to configure the override. Good job, Icon. Good job. Okay. Next time I'll do it better. Okay. And that's going to be the iron array. And now we're going to get the copper array going. Now it's going to be 4, 5, 6, and 7. A lot smaller than this one. And now we can just copy pasta this whole monster here. And now it should be complete with all the settings except for that one. Nice, isn't it? Okay, so coal. We're going to need 7 producers of coal there. And the coal, you know what? We're going to make it like that. I like that. So 7 producers. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah. 4. Still nah. We're going to go this way. I like that more. And we're going to input the ores and all into this direction because it makes it all a lot easier to connect the coal supply to it, I mean. Okay, and I'll need some raw materials. Easy. There's some coal. Let's get started with that. And then we're gonna do this, the usual, you know. So some splitting over here to connect it into this belt here. And of course, feed them with the necessary materials. Yeah, so that advanced electronics research does take a lot longer. And as it seems, there's something not working out anymore. So engine production has pretty much halted. Let's see. So what's going wrong here with that array? Why did it starve? And why didn't the others, you know? None of the other arrays was starving so far. So I'm wondering where's the mistake, where's the error? Let's find that out. Yeah, a factory of this scope does have more and more troubles the longer it runs. So let's see, is there any issue with the inserters? But it doesn't look like there is. These dudes all have their correct stack sizes. It would be a shame to realize that the methods I'm applying are not working in the long run. That would be really, really tragic. But I'd be very surprised about that, honestly. So let's grab some of the iron ore overproduction there. So let's see if that event does repeat somewhere down the road. I mean, there are so many different reasons for that happening. But there's one easy solution to sort this problem out, and that would be to add just one more assembler furnace that has no other job than feeding in more iron ore into that grid. So, well, none of the other assemblers, none of the other smelter arrays do share that problem, though. That's what's weirding me out a bit. Whatever, we're going to see where this will lead us. And also, oh yeah, okay. So, well, I'm considering looping the blue signs around the whole array. Yeah, let's do this. It's not truly an elegant solution, but at the same time, I really don't like the fact that there are science packs unused on that belt. Alright, let's get back to the iron there. Whatever has brought up that problem. Oh, here. Yeah. Now I see what the issue is. I did place down the yellow inserters wrongly. That's what messed up this whole array. It's very, very important that your yellow inserters only grab from the belt at the same height as the inserter which feeds back into the array. That's what went wrong there. That's what went wrong there. So they have to feed from this angle. Mucho importante. There we go. So that dude can't be sitting there as he does. We need to rebuild this part of the array, because otherwise this problem would have just repeat again and again. Because if that input inserter is plugged in too early, like it was here, it steals the iron ore from this place here, and it can dry out the smelters, and this can lead to a chain reaction of doom, as we've seen. The little things, you know, the little things. It was just about the alignment of the inserters towards each other. Crazy. Good thing that I discovered that. Would have been a pain to find that later. So let's grab a couple of ore packages. Inventory is full, that's okay. We've needed more iron than anything else, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. I'm running low on assemblers too, so let's change that. Okay, advanced electronics is finished though. Now, what do we need for the utility science? We need robotics. For robotics, we need low-density structures. Oh yeah, the good stuff. The disgustingly good stuff. It's mainly disgusting. Almost no good stuff included. Jokes aside, the production of low-density structures is one of the biggest resource grinds that vanilla Factorio has in store for you. Like, it doesn't get much worse than that. But we're going to need them. Okay. Let's set up the coal production down here. Now, usual scenario, output, input. It fascinates me how complicated how complicated the duplication procedures in this mod are, and how easy they look at the first glance. When I was checking out Spaceblock for the first time, I was like, come on, what should be interesting about that? It's boring. Yeah, boring. Before I tried to make sense of all these duplication procedures. Okay, now that's working out as intended now. Finally. And let's power it up. Okay, large one for the iron ore, small one for the copper. I love it. I'll dump all the iron ore in there because, you know, I don't need it afterwards anymore. Here goes. Alright, the only thing lacking is the necessary coal, but they're gonna get there. Now, what do we need to produce there? Probably, you know me. Probably we don't have enough coal. This array does overproduce coal for sure at some point. I'm just impatient. I'm merely impatient. There we go. Now, I think, yeah, it ain't a problem to string the resource belts together here. There goes. And we're going to need no iron plates whatsoever or anything else. So we're going to make it like that. Oh yeah, this is going to be a nifty one. So we're going to make it like that. I want to try out this So since copper plates are still necessary afterwards, I'm going to filter them out. And nothing else is allowed to pass through here. And we're just going to plug in the iron gear wheels that we're producing into the belt afterwards. Here goes. And now we got all the material we need for the red science packs on one belt. Like that. This is a lot less bulky this way. Alright, that's going to be 14 of these machines. It's 8, 12, and 14. And then I'd say we're going to output the produced, or we're going to produce the landfill down here. So let's do something like that. I like that. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now, they are going to work just like my other machines, aren't they? So we're going to have output and input in this with this same logic, because it's basically also a duplicator. Okay then. Oh, I'm running out of yellow inserters again. And let's see, does my production now work out? Yeah, there's only the last machine not working out as intended. But why is that so? Well, it seems as if we aren't producing enough material here to get the ball rolling, so the last machine ain't producing at full efficiency. But, you know, these are the things I don't care about too much. If my arrays are not working at 100% efficiency, little do I care most of the time. Because honestly, you don't need that kind of efficiency unless you're a perfectionist. And, well, I'm not that much of a perfectionist in this game. I'm more interested about making things work in a way without growing myself too many gray hairs, you know? I don't know if that's something you say in English, actually. It's a German saying. To grow gray hairs about something is when you think too hard about something or getting stressed out about something. Anyways, so get that done. Let's use that good old copy. There we go. And we can't beat that with one power pole, so we're going to make it with 2 anyways. Alright, this will bring some relief into the whole landfill problematic, you know? Because we're going to produce so much landfill with that. I mean, the old array had only 0.3 units of landfill per second. Imagine that. So let's dump in the necessary landfill for these to work. And now we can do nicely what we want to do. One filter inserter at the end of the road to put the landfill into a nice chest. And finally get it done. Also, finally got the low density structure researched. So we need, on top of that, the robotics technology, which is totally awesome as well, because, you know, flying robot frames, who couldn't like that? And yeah, so let's see. Everything here died because I did the same mistake with my yellow inserters. Silly me. Well, you know, mistakes you make, things you learn. There are so many things about the Spaceblock mod that I've learned along the way. so many little things that I have to think about. For example, to not forget that these buggers all need to have the override there. Otherwise, they'll be also draining my array. Let's copy them buggers so I don't have to do this again. Let's just make sure it's going to be the right height this time. The copy dudes here got the stack override in them already. Might be that I've explained a lot of these things already a couple of times, but you know, you never know if people aren't dropping by from a different episode or whatever. So we're going to need extra materials here, and now it should all work. Okay. So take these things as a lesson to always invest properly into your or no, not invest. Always pay attention to your smelter routines. Otherwise, they will go bad. And yeah, this is pretty much all I have for today's episode. We're going to get into the utility science packs in the next couple of episodes, although that's going to be a pretty big topic, because we need a really large array for all these things. If I remember correctly, we're also going to need a lubricant production for that. And, I mean, there's not going to be too much new stuff from here on. There's just going to be a lot of stuff which we need to produce in way larger amounts than ever before. But, you know, we're going to get there in the long run. We're going to get there. Okay, friends, so thank you so much for watching. It's been my pleasure. Next episode, I'm pretty sure that I will be capable of... I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet where to go with the next episode, honestly. We're going to find that out on the way. But I'm pretty sure that I am now getting closer and closer towards the point where we will actually produce the big stuff. You know, utility science packs are, as a matter of fact, the next big goal. And I want to try to bring up some equations and recipes and stuff to get the ball rolling there. And yeah, let's see where this will lead us. I mean, we got a lot of things that we can do. And my first glance on all these things showed me that there are only two things I am not sufficiently equipped with: power and the necessary machines to do these. The last thing that I noticed is I am still lacking a bit of a plan there, but we're gonna get there. So something ain't working out here as intended. Yeah, this whole array is totally screwed. And I totally built... pretty sure the audience with a lot of attention noticed that this array was doomed to begin with. I also... oh my god. Output and input. Always the output first. Anyways, guys, so next episode we're going to do all this better, promise. And we're also going to see some stuff that we'll have to do in the next couple of episodes. So I'm going to put up the necessary demands on these machines, and I'm pretty afraid, because this is going to be freaking huge. This is going to be possibly one of the largest things we've ever made, and I can't wait. So, oh my god, there are so many... I did such a crappy work here, guys. Please forgive me. I can and will do better in the next episodes. So, drop me your comments down below. I'll fix that in between. Leave a thumbs up on that video, even if I did so many wrong things here. Jokes aside, I'd be really happy if you could give me a helping hand there. And of course, check out my channel. There's daily videos coming up there. I'd be absolutely delighted if you would check it out and leave a subscription there as well. Anywho's, have a good time, and see you guys next time when we're going to go into the major leagues. Bye-bye, everybody.